The Philippines could soon have access to bivalent vaccines. The Health Department says the Food and Drug Administration has granted emergency use for bivalent jabs from Moderna and Pfizer.
This bivalent vaccine has that component which addresses Omicron and its subvariants. We are pursuing the procurement of these bivalent vaccines because articles and evidences have shown na ito ay mas makakaprotekta sa ating mga kababayan because of its component on Omicron variant.
The Philippine Health Department wants to extend the COVID-19 state of calamity in the country by 3 more months. It explains an extension can ensure the smooth implementation of the government's pandemic response, including the use of new bivalent vaccines. The agency says it has submitted its recommendation to the Office of the President.
Yung ating COVID-19 vaccination program is anchored on the state of calamity provision of the law. Kaya kapag nawala yun, baka mahirapan tayo magpatupad ng pagbabakuna natin ng COVID-19. Yung emergency use authority na binibigay natin sa ating mga bakuna, pati sa mga gamot na ginagamit natin ngayon for COVID-19, we will also have issues on that. And aside from that, yung emergency allowance ng healthcare workers natin kasama rin dyan. So all of this, aside from the other conditions, will be affected.
A state of calamity allows the national and local governments to utilize appropriate funds and deliver pandemic-related interventions continuously. The Philippines was first placed under a state of public health emergency in March 2020 due to the coronavirus outbreak. The proclamation has since been extended 3 times and is set to lapse on December 31st.
The Philippine acting health chief believes the COVID wave in China is not reason enough for President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to postpone his state visit there in January. Maria Rosario Vergere responded Tuesday to a suggestion by health reform advocate Dr. Tony Liachon for Marcos to reconsider his trip to the COVID-stricken country. But Vergere believes the president will be safe so long as he observes the recommended health protocols. Marcos flies to Beijing next week.
Ang mga bisita po ng ating presidente sa iba't ibang bansa ay importante para sa ating ekonomiya. And if the precautions are there, he is fully vaccinated and complying to minimum public health standards like wearing of a mask, the risk would be very low.
A caretaker is tapped to lead the Philippine Social Welfare Department after its head, Secretary Irving Tulfo, was bypassed a second time by the Commission on Appointments. The department's new officer in charge is Undersecretary for Special Projects, Edu Punay. He was formerly a journalist before joining the government. The Social Welfare Department says Punay's designation is needed to ensure it can continue to assist communities affected by recent calamities. The department's spokesperson, Assistant Secretary Romel Lopez, says they are still waiting for Tulfo's reappointment papers. The Commission on Appointments bypassed Tulfo's confirmation due to questions on his U.S. citizenship and his previous libel convictions. The number of fatalities from the Christmas weekend flooding in the Visayas and Mindanao climbs to 25. The Office of the Civil Defense says search and rescue operations continue for 26 others missing.
Search and rescue operations po natin para dito sa mga nawawala ay patuloy naman po, no? At nangunguna po dyan yung mga kawinin natin sa Philippine Coast Guard dahil karamihan nga po ito yung mga isda at nawala po sila sa ating coastal areas.
According to the OCD, floodwaters in at least 15 areas have not receded. In Misamis Occidental, where a state of calamity has been declared, at least one resident says they have not received any help from the local government.
As of the moment po, wala po kaming kuryente at tubig at wala pa rin pong tigil yung ulan since Saturday po. Nakaka-receive naman kami ng relief through our friends. Pero from local government, wala po kami nare-receive.